We are back. Summer vacation is over. We're in the Dutch Hall, back to entertain all you people who have missed us greatly. But you know what? I was a little burned out, to be honest with you, Kev.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, you're going along, you're doing shows, you don't know what you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And I was starting to kind of spin my tires a bit. I thought, you know what, the best thing to do is take some time off.
Shut her down.
Rest, heal my brain,
Mm-hmm.
get my shit together. And then I started talking to people who like the show.
Right.
And we started thinking, what is the things that we want to get back to the show, right? What do we want to, like, when we start back up again, what do we want to make the Dutch Hall that's going to make it what it was before, or better than it was before,
right.
You know? And number one was we got to get some sort of music back in the hall.
Yeah.
You know? Everyone says we need music back in the hall.
I think it was a key element.
Yeah. What we did was we set ourselves aside from all the billions of podcasts that are out there.
Yep.
By setting ourselves up with the greatest band in Canadian late night history and podcast history, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say
I can't name a comedy podcast with a house band. I can't name one.
Nope.
But we had one for years.
The best one.
The best one. The greatest one in Canadian late night history. Mike Bullard had none.
No.
George Stromanopoulos, none.
Not a chance.
You know? You can go, Joe Rogan doesn't have a band? You
Well,
know? I'm just telling you, we had music. It made us different from the rest of the podcast, which gave us success.
Yep.
So I said, we need to have the greatest band in Canadian late night history back again as part of the Dutch Hall program. So what I did was I sent out open auditions to whatever musician felt they could measure up to the Nocturnal Emissions.
Mm-hmm.
Who can measure up to the Nocturnal Emissions? We need someone that's going to have the cool factor of Whiskey West Hagen's.
Oof.
Right?
Yep.
That's tough. We're going to need someone that's going to have the musicality of a Steve the Reluctant German.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to need someone that's going to have the weird je ne sais quoi of, say, a Dave the Rooster Charters.
These are some big shoes we're creating.
Big shoes,
yep.
Kevin. Big shoes is what I'm saying here.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, we have our very first auditioner, and he's no stranger to our program.
Nope.
And I am a huge fan.
Me too.
And so this guy's got a real edge. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What he is he's got what I think is everything you need to do this. So I'm really happy to have this fellow on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, auditioning for the role of the Nocturnal Emissions, the greatest band in Canadian late night history, we have our first auditioner. Wait, I want to make sure I set it up. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Badunkafunk.
Yeah.
I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap of nobody. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you need me? Yeah. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you need me? Yeah. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you need me? Yeah. 'Cause I'm a big old sexy hunk of funk. Let's do this. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's about to tear down the dance hall? Who is the biggest and who's who's the nastiest? Who's got all the ladies saying muchos gracias? I got the technique, value village chic. I'm a funk's got this Schwarzenegger physique because I walk with a limp, I never skimp. And let's not forget that I dress like a pimp, cashing checks and breaking necks. I'm ready and I'm ready and I'm lyrics like confetti. That's right. My name's Badunkafunk and I'm one big sexy ass hunk of funk. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you need me? Yeah, 'cause I'm a big old sexy hunk of funk. Yeah. Baby, do you want me? Baby, do you need me? Yeah, 'cause I'm a big old sexy hunk of funk.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, that's an audition if I've ever heard one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show started, Kev. Thank you to the crowd at home. Listen to y'all applauding us for being so great. I love it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Dutch Hall. We're glad to be back in the pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario, to give you Canada's, I think, funniest podcast. Let's just say the world's greatest podcast. That's just like we have to be realistic here.
Yeah.
You
Arrogant.
know, if not modest. And tonight, I think we're gonna have a great show for you. We're gonna entertain you all night long. I'll tell you, Badunkafunk, he made a really tough first audition to come out of the gates that strong.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be happy to chat with him.
How do I do it?
We have to introduce our cast today, ladies and gentlemen. This is with great honor that I introduce to you, and this is a surprise to even him, the official co-host of the Dutch Hall, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Long Van Dongen, everyone.
Thank you.
Well-deserved, Kev, well-deserved.
On the couch.
Yeah, on the couch and doing your job, Kev. Now, you're the co-host, but I have to tell you that this is also, comes with responsibility.
Wow.
And you also, this show ran because we had not only a band, but we had a bartender.
Yeah.
And the bartender, Paul Van Dyke, rest in peace. He didn't do much, but he did add a lot of flavor to the show.
Sure did.
But what I'm really interested from you on this one is the more handing me the beers type of thing.
You want an actual bartender?
Yeah, an actual bartender. So we're going to see if we can get that from you. I moved the fridge close to you so you can get at it easy.
Nice.
I may have to put the opener on the other side for next week.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I was going to say you put a whole bunch of stuff in front of it.
Yeah, I know. I ended up making it difficult for
It's
you.
like a bartender audition.
Yeah. I know. It's like what do you call it? Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
To get a beer, you have to go through flaming hoops.
It's like American Gladiator.
Yeah. Ninja Warriors, I think, are people. It's like the difference between Mr. Universe and like
Mr. Olympia.
No, and like a fitness competition.
Ah.
Like a fitness competition is like Ninja Warrior,
Uh-huh.
and like Gladiators is more like Mr. Universe. Like they're like big, beefy, like roided up broads with fake tits.
Yeah.
That are just like beating you with like a foam paddle or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good too.
Sure.
But if you're into that,
fitness. I like the fitness girls a little better, but hey, to each his own.
Yeah, fitness is sexier.
Yeah.
And when you get too beefy, it's like fucking a dude.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're saying? Anyways, these are the introductions.
I'm being told that no one can hear me.
No one can hear anything about you? Or this mic in particular?
This one, yeah.
I can hear them through the headphones, but
What if you talking to that one? Would that change? And then you can hear you better? Even if we hear you through the thing. But I would, otherwise I can just see if I can crank you there. I'm willing to do it. Kevin, why don't you introduce the host?
oh my god. Hey, can you say when I say 2-time? Can you say 2-time? When I say 2-time, will you repeat 2-time? Yeah. All right.
Check.
Oh, he's
Can
out. I hear that.
Yeah.
All right. And your host of the show, and 2-time President's Club Award winner,
2-time.
Pete Van Dyke.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Hey, I think that one might be cranked for you, but
Check. Is that
I hear
on?
that. I can hear it, but
go.
Hello.
I don't know. You seem louder, but either one will work. It's not a big deal. They're both functioning now.
sound fantastic in both.
That's what I mean. We're getting our wheels under us to get this show started. That's no big deal. Where we go? It's like I just want to I'm introduced. We got Nocturnal Emissions, Badunkafunk introduced. We got Kevin, the co-host, introduced.
Yep.
The only other person we have to introduce for this show
Oh my god.
is we in season 9 we introduced Robot Dave.
Yeah.
Now Robot Dave is made an effigy of my dear best friend Dave Charters.
Yep.
And he refused to come back to the show, and so I miss him.
Yeah.
So I make various renditions of him when he chooses not to come in. And this week we have my favorite rendition of
All
Dave
right.
Charters, not the Charters puppet,
No.
not the Charters robot, but this one is the best because he says nothing, and I don't have to like load clips and work on technology.
Right.
This is just fuck doll Charters, like what? Hey, fuck doll Charters. And
Well, there he is.
what was his name? Like I forget what we called him, but it's a blow up doll, Dave, that we've made out of Fatty Patty.
That's right.
I don't know if any of the listeners remember that, but we made him out of Fatty Patty. And this one, I taped his tits down
Yeah.
in order that he looked more masculine. And he's sitting by the bar here today. And what I like about this version of Charters is that he's agreeable.
Yep.
He's likable.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, he's the sexiest version. He's the only one with a vagina that
I like that angle of him too.
Yeah, it is a nice angle. You know what it is? He has 3 orifices, that one.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them. But they've all been unused.
Wow.
At this point in the program, this is real season 9 begins today.
Right.
And lots can happen in a season. There's no telling. We might all just fuck
might get some loving.
the blow up Dave by the end of the
He's
season.
like, my audition's over. I'm
Yeah.
not fucking a puppet.
hey, Badunkafunk, what if it comes down to that? What if it comes down to you and the other bands, and the winning thing is you have to pick an orifice of blow up Dave?
They're winning.
They win.
They win.
That's your limit.
That's my limit, man.
I like his confidence. So he's like, I ain't gonna need to do that.
I'm not gonna need to do it.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You won't have to get to the point of putting your penis into a balloon in order to get a spot on a podcast that perhaps no one listens to. This is a man of integrity.
Yes.
Okay?
Integrity level went up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can tell you, this is putting you in another category from anyone we've had on this program before.
I know.
I got class, baby.
You might have won.
This is something I'm not used to. I don't know if we want a house band with class. We've never had it before.
You gotta have a little class.
No. I don't, you've never met the fellas. But it is with heavy hearts that we do bury the old Nocturnal Emissions. I think we have to kind of like make aware. We tried everything.
Is that who did the theme song too?
Yeah, to give the original guy, Dave the Rooster Charters, who the doll's based on, and the robot and the puppet, is he wrote the theme song. I think I had it for my first episode. Because I had him come in and I said, "Can you write a theme song? I'm trying to do a podcast." And he wrote a version of that, and then it kind of evolved over the years, and then the band kind of grew until it became that. And I think that one that we have is the peak of it. Is the peak of the theme song,
Right?
And then it kind of deteriorated. Like some weeks it was just garbage, to be quite honest with you. And then other weeks, so like it kind of evolved over time. But yeah, they came up with that. The stingers and stuff like that. They were all just on the spot. Like we were just fucking around, and then I would say like it's nice to have like little stingers if you. And like things that people know that we'll do, and we did little bits, and they'd write theme songs for the bits and stuff like that, like Weird News. Remember Weird News?
Yeah.
And then there was a theme song for
Hank.
Banker Stories with Pete.
Yep.
Remember that?
And I almost said Hank the Dwarf, but it's not Hank.
Oh no, it was the Haitian Dwarf. Yeah, we used to get feedback from the Haitian Dwarf. Ah, Kev, you're right on the money, man. That is great.
Not bad.
Yeah, and then
I'll never get another one tonight.
Yeah. I have to tell the audience right now, I'm suffering from what I believe is kidney stone problems. And there's a good chance that I'm going to have to rush out of here with no explanation just to pee outside. But I would just stand and stare angrily at my penis because it's not coming out because there's a fucking rock stuck in my pee hole.
That's pretty impressive, though.
Oh, my.
Yeah, when I tell my doctor that, I went to the doctor today to tell her that, and she's like, I don't think that's right.
Like, what are you going to do?
I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's right. She goes, well, does it feel like there's something ripping through your
urethra?
Yeah, urethra. I'm like, yes, it does. And so I might also have chlamydia.
So if something's...
I'm not sure. It's one of the...
You'd definitely know when something's ripping through your urethra, I would assume.
Yeah, big fucking meteorite.
Because I'm not aware of it otherwise.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, have you had it?
No.
I was like, have you never had a kidney stone?
Not yet.
They're fucking brutal, man. Have you had one?
No.
Oh, man, they are something else. I have one in my nightside drawer because I was supposed to take it into the lab and I forgot. So then it's just sitting there and it got in a drawer somehow. But it's an 8mm kidney stone.
Oh, my.
It looks like a meteor.
Spiky
and grotesque, And it's big. Even now, it's like
What causes them?
I don't know.
I want to do not that.
Yeah. See, I have to rush out of this room very quickly. So I'm going to give you a subject, talk about used to. Okay. And then I'm going to run out of this room and then pee real fast. Okay. Queen is dead. Go.
Queen is dead.
Yeah, did you hear?
Yeah.
That's incricable. I don't know what they do.
It was all over the place.
What does the queen do? Do you know?
What does she do?
Yeah, like what was her job? For real.
Just
stay
alive, I guess.
Just wave, like
show up to places.
Yeah, I don't know. And she's being replaced by her son, I assume.
Who's like super old too.
Yeah, I bet you the it's Charles. Then what's the kid's name?
Oh God,
Andrew.
We were watching John Oliver, and they've been traveling around to like Caribbean countries.
Oh yeah,
trying to convince him to stay with the monarchy.
Oh, on like a sales like
yeah, like they're doing like public relations basically.
PR tour.
Yeah, and it's just so embarrassing.
What's the benefit?
There's no benefit. The countries are like, we don't want you.
Like, do you just get to pay money to have a king and queen?
I guess. Huh. There's definitely no benefit.
Oh my God, we figured it all out.
What happened?
What is the kid's name? And he's got the wife. Is she from Toronto or something?
Oh, that's Harry.
Oh yeah, that's who it is. It's those two.
They're on a PR tour.
They're on the PR tour. Yeah, and
they're on a
just
PR...
being rejected everywhere they go.
They're trying to get Caribbean countries to stay with the monarchy, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh really? That's
after they enslaved them basically.
Keep paying us money.
Yeah, do you know that the monarchy owns the Northwest Territories and the Yukon? And
I did know that. Yeah,
they own like 88% of it. The whole fucking thing, they own it. That's why they always go up to Inuvik and stuff like that when they come visit. It's because they're looking at their shit.
Yeah,
they still own all that stuff.
Still got ice.
Like, why do they exist? It would be so amazing to put them out on the street. I would love to watch someone of that level of wealth just abruptly become homeless.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
That'd be so, and have all that reallocated to something that would actually help the public.
Buckingham Palace becomes like a hostel for homeless people.
Yeah, it just becomes like affordable housing.
Yeah,
because they can't. It's so expensive to live there in London. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like the prime minister that they have now, they just replaced Boris Johnson.
Got a girl now.
Yeah, they got that girl, and she rose to fame as a kid, like one of these overachieving, like Greta Van whatevers, like
Greta Van Fleet.
Oh no! Is that her name?
No.
The little Swedish girl?
I don't know what her name is.
The climate.
Yeah, the climate girl. You know, like one of those like real overachieving, like she can like school project the solution to life.
Yeah.
And she was one of them, and she came out with a paper or an essay or something that was like, get rid of the monarchy. And then now she's the prime minister, and then they asked her about it, and she's like, I was a kid, I was a kid, I was just fucking around.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
You know what I think's gonna do it is that bald brother of the redhead, like the next king.
The one that looks like his dad.
Yeah, the one that really is Charles's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many are there younger ones?
Just two.
Two, but one does not look like the other.
One looks one looks like this redhead guy that was like her bodyguard or whatever.
Like a ringer.
And it's clearly the Harry's real dad, like Diana banged this redhead guy that hung
there's
around
also
her.
years and years and years of incest going on there.
Yeah, and Harry doesn't look like as horse faced as the rest of them.
No.
Yeah, so I think he might have got into a fresh gene pool. That's what I'm thinking happened to that guy. That's why.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, got a hot wife out of it.
Seems different than the rest of them too.
Yeah.
Kind of happy, not so uptight.
Yeah, and he left the whole thing.
Yeah,
but I think like the younger people are the one, like that generation should be the ones that get it. Like this doesn't make fucking sense anymore.
Yeah,
and I know they've been probably like what do you call it? Polluted with like the other British like horse face people who are just saying like, oh, we're really important, we do all this good or whatever.
Sure.
But I mean, it's just clearly outdated.
There's only so many parades you can go and wave in.
Yeah, and like, you think anyone's going to be excited about King Charles?
No.
Coming to town? Like, no one's going to give a fuck about that nitwit. Like he is like he's like totally like a doof. They call him a twit, you know. And in England, they call those type of people twits. You know, they're like super twits. Twits are like noble people, but they're dumb. Like they're just like inbred dumb.
Like their eyes are close together and they got big ears.
Yeah, and buck teeth, and they're
caricature of
Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like, you know, when people draw you like a caricature, they exaggerate your features. Like he looks like that.
Yeah, he looks like if you were to write what a noble, like a nincompoop would look like, it would be him. You know, like, that's what I mean.
You know those butlers that you used to be able to buy at like I don't remember the store, but
does Camilla get to be queen then?
I don't know. She should.
Yeah, she married the dude. She's the one actually fucking him. The other, making love to her husband. I should be more clean. I've been dirty because Sheila's listening.
Oh,
I don't want to be dirty when Sheila's listening.
That's true.
It's Badunkafunk's mom. I feel bad.
This is Badunkafunk.
Mrs. Badunkafunk.
Yeah, Mama Badunk.
Yeah. Mrs. Badunkafunk might be listening too.
By the way,
Mrs. too.
I just want. What's that?
Is there a Mrs. Badunkafunk?
Oh yeah.
Is she listening?
Is there baby Badunkafunk?
She listened. Yeah, I don't know. She might have gone to bed now.
She's like,
now.
Done.
Yeah.
After my badass song.
Heard what I wanted to hear. I'm out.
The show's over. Go to bed.
I also want to say, for anybody listening, I have an album out on all the streaming platforms now.
Awesome.
So
please
check that out.
Tell more. What is it called?
It's self-titled. It's called Badunkafunk.
Oh, then you should definitely check it out. It's on Apple Music.
It's on Apple Music and all that. Spotify. Amazon Music.
You sons of bitches, if you don't go out there and listen to this guy's music, I think you're just denying yourselves pleasure. Don't you agree?
Plain and simple.
I think it is truly the case.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that's fantastic. Yep. I think that's really good. I didn't know that it even happened. I would have promoted that right off the hop.
Oh yeah, no.
But that's great. I'm really happy for you, man.
The last time you were on, I was singing that song for a couple days in my head.
Dude,
honestly.
Even this one, I heard it like you did a run through, and
that song's on the streaming service, so you can listen to it every day now.
Yeah.
The suit and tie. No, the
$100 suit.
$100 suit one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a good.
That's
song.
on there.
Yep.
Yeah, got a lot of play over that, and I have not listened to one that I don't like yet, to be honest with you. And because I love the funk, man.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the funk.
Heck yeah.
I'm a little nervous about suit and tie tonight, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Summertime, man.
Yeah, it's summertime. I played a casual today.
Nice.
This is the most least dressed up I've been for a show.
Well, you don't know what you're going to do you don't want to overdo it for an audition, right? Like,
yeah.
Don't want to try too hard.
Yeah,
exactly. You guys can just bring up footage from last time.
Yeah.
If I get the gig, that's what I'll wear.
This guy This guy knows how to dress. Trust us.
I also have a gig at the Casbah next Friday.
Oh, the Casbah.
Yeah. So
nice.
Everybody come to that too.
Yes, and also let me just be the first to announce this.
My mom's already coming.
South Coast Comedy Festival is proud to announce their first gig. It will be at Swazi's in Waterford as part of the Pumpkin Fest 40th anniversary. 40 years since the first Pumpkin Fest. Can you believe that, Kevin?
Oh.
I rode on the fire truck at the end of the parade in the very first one.
Did you?
Really?
Well, I was watching the parade, and then the fire truck was at the end, so I just jumped on the back to ride to the other end of town.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got to wave at people at the end. And I think, I would have been
8
years old. Yeah.
Maybe 9.
Maybe, 8 years old. And then, maybe 9. But that's amazing that it's been 40 years. So right after the fireworks, come down to Swazi's in Waterford, and Badunkafunk will be there along with myself as the host of the show.
Nice.
And our headliner for the evening, Tig Wright, will be coming in. And we still have a middle to confirm, but I have a feeling it will be someone known to the show.
Oh, yeah.
One of the comedians on the show. I think so. Yeah. I just have to get confirmation from this guy.
A portly comedian?
I'm not sure if it's going to work out, though, because him and Tig are the same kind of... they both do a lot of crowd work, so I don't know if it's going to work on the same show, but I think it probably would be funny to watch. I think it would be a really fun show if they were both on. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But because I think it would be fun if they're both on, because it is really you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Because they have so much crowd work and stuff like that. And it can be a really wild night. But it could also be a disaster if you have two of those on and they both miss, you know? So I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyways, the bulk of the show is fucking awesome. You got Badunkafunk. We already established he's great.
Yep.
We have myself, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've improved a lot.
Yeah.
And if anyone saw me before, I've improved a lot.
For those who didn't, he's amazing.
That's the best review you can give yourself. I was like, hey, here's a tape of myself, but I've improved a lot.
Much better. I'm
way better than this. I promise I am. But no, seriously. And then Tig has been all around Canada and the U.S., touring everywhere and doing shows, killing it. So I'm really going to be happy to work with Tig again.
Yeah.
So come down to Waterford, and there's a event link on Eventbrite that you'll be able to purchase tickets, and you can also buy them at the door. And we're working on a couple more gigs for this fall with South Coast Comedy Festival, so stay tuned to the Dutch Hall, and we will keep you updated. This is a good time to kind of do all our plugs here. This podcast is sponsored by Clean Flow. Bling is right. And go to cleanflow.com and check out all their great products on there. And lube up your life with Clean Flow.
Yeah.
And also go to patreon.com/Dutch Hall and support our Patreon program, because I'll tell you, you get to run this program. And we have one queen, as we know, and Jen Husko. And she gets to tell us whatever she wants to do, because she gives us $10 a month.
Yeah.
And I think that's a fair deal. We've had other people offer like $5, and they asked if they could be a queen too. I'm like, no, you get to be a duchess, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they didn't give us the money. So I'm like, it's a $10 to be queen,
Just a pigeon.
And we already got a queen. So if you want to get $5, I'll make you a duchess. So you can still tell us what to do.
Try anyways. Queen overrides all.
Yeah. Anyways, that was Pat Whitechurch. Is the lady's name that offered the $5 and then didn't give it. So if you're listening to this, Pat, I remember. I remember. Yeah. And I have no $5. You are not a duchess.
You don't get to say shit.
We will not do a thing you say,
nope.
Pat.
$5 though. It's all it takes.
It's all it takes. You can do it. Patreon.com/Dutch Hall. And that's it. So we should get to a segment while we're at it called Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's motherfucking feedback.
Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. I got to tell you, man, the last episode we had before this one was episode 409. It was F Your Face to Space with Joe Botello and Val Cole. And I got to tell you, that episode got more feedback than anything that we've ever produced. And I think it is because we were just three friends who legitimately liked each other.
Yep.
Who sat around shooting the shit and fucking around, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was it wasn't talking comedy talk the whole time, which I know some people get tired of. And it was just people talking about stuff and goofing around and having a good time. And I had more people. One of us, I'll start out with our queen, because our queen, she gave us a piece of feedback at the DutchHall@gmail.com, and she said, you were talking about comedy and being yourself, and it was so funny, And we had Emil Van Steeg too. He also commented on it, and we had Mike Bowe, and we had like a list. Like there was a list of people who were all so entertained by that episode.
That was a good one.
And this is super impressive, considering that Joe Botello is universally a hated guest on our program.
Yes, he is.
And this time, now, granted, we did have Les Van Dongen, who gave a piece of... Yeah, well, you told me.
Oh, yeah.
So that counts.
Yep.
Even though it came through you're the conduit, it still counts. Because I say you can give us feedback any way you want.
Missed that one.
It's okay. I was putting too many of them in. But you can get it any way you want. You can go to thedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can go to Twitter or Instagram. You can go to Smoke Signals. You can go to Quora. You know, any LinkedIn. Who would go to LinkedIn?
I don't know.
No one. I hate LinkedIn. Eh?
I don't get it.
It's like where everybody who like is given up goes. You know, everyone's just sold their whole soul goes to LinkedIn.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
You could tell a
Their
friend.
entirety.
Not a portion.
No, your entire soul is gone. Now you're committed to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, I just hate. You know, I think this is just an off-topic thing, but this is what I think happened in the pandemic. Tell me if you think this is right or not. You know, you have friends, and then your friends will come over, and they live their life, right? And then they don't have anyone tell them their life is stupid.
Yep.
And then they come to your house, and they start talking about their stupid life, and you say, "Hey, your life is stupid." And then they're like, "What?" And then they're like, how do you figure? And then you tell them why you think their life is stupid. And then they're like, "Oh, I never thought of it that way. It is pretty stupid. I'm going to do something about it." Right?
Right.
And then the pandemic happened, and everyone just stayed away from those friends. Right?
Yeah.
And then no one told them their stuff is stupid. And then when everyone went back to normal, these people were in their little like bubbles of whatever. If you go to a corporate job every day, right? And then you don't come home, or you come home, and let's say your wife works at a corporate job too, right? And then you're just living in this where they teach you how to speak, and they teach you the words you're supposed to use and the way you're supposed to act and stuff, and it's all so very unnatural to the way humans are. But if you're in that all day, every day, and you come home and it's still there, and then you go back to work, and the only people you're interacting with are people that are interacting in this way, and then that's the way like you end up being, because no one's saying like, "That's stupid that you're saying," talking like that. You know, like no one's calling you out, no one's keeping you in check. You know,
right.
And you just start to believe that's the real way to behave. You know, the way you behave at work.
Confirmation bias, especially when you go home and it's the same.
Yeah, right. Don't you think? And then I've noticed that with some people that I know. It's like, I think you maybe have like, you're too much into your like whatever your work bubble is or something, because you're talking like I'm back at corporate
at a meeting.
Yeah, at a meeting,
head office.
Yeah, and no one talks like that. No one talks like you know, as a committed partner to your success, I'd like to move forward. You know, like, that's not how you talk.
But you do feel that way about Badunkafunk, right?
Yeah, I do feel like
you're
a committed partner.
Yeah,
I do. I honestly do feel like that, but I wouldn't say it that way. I would just say I really like this guy's album. Bro. Go on to Spotify and iTunes. Otherwise, you're completely you're an idiot.
Support it.
You know, that's what I say. But that's how I talk.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, did you ever have a corporate job?
Oh yeah.
It's awful. They make you like talk in a way that's not even natural. You know, I used to fuck with it because I would say.
I mean, there's always cool people within the corporate environment that you can be like, "Oh, thank God that's over. Thank God that meeting is over."
Yeah. Isn't it funny how it kind of splits in two camps? There's like half of you that are just like, "This is all crap," right?
And then there's other people who live it.
Yeah, live it. Yeah, they really drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, totally.
I was never that person. I was always the one that was like, "This is all shit," and which is why I shouldn't have been there. They should have fired me way before I quit. But I was like, what was I saying before that? The
people stuck in their own
and then
loops.
Wait. I went into a meeting one time, right? And when I was working at the banks, and I said to this guy, my coworker, I'm like, watch this. Like, I'm gonna use this shit against him. Watch this. Like, you're gonna enjoy it. So we get in the meeting, and they start talking about something, and they ask, "What do you think?" So I put up my hand, and I'm like, I think this is all one of these great ideas that you have in corporate office, but no one in corporate office is actually going to do the work. You're just going to come up with the idea and then give it to us, who already have too much work to do, and then we're going to have this extra work on top of work we already can't finish because you guys had a good idea in corporate office, right? That's what I said to him, right? Something like that. and it's quiet and awkward and everybody's upset and stuff
Which
like
is
that.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Why? Like, valid point, right?
Yeah.
If someone makes a valid point, why does it get quiet and awkward? Like, they take it personally.
Yeah, I'm like, no, like, it's ridiculous. You guys keep coming up with ideas, keep giving, and it keeps making more work for us. That's what I was kind of saying. Anyways, everyone was upset because probably I said it in a terrible way too. Like I probably, even that way I just said it was probably not the way I said it. I probably said the F word a few times and stuff. I don't know, but I was like, it upset the whole room.
Yeah. Can't remember you were drunk.
And high.
And so then I noticed, I read the room that I had ruined the whole mood of the room and everyone was mad and uncomfortable. And then I said, I just want to say, as a partner in everyone's success, that, my point was made out of frustration. And really what I was trying to do was express the concerns of the entire blah, blah, blah. And I can understand that I did not speak safely and securely in a matter that is pushing or working for or whatever. They had all these fucking words, right? Yeah. I used them all. I fed it to them like crazy, right? Mm-hmm. But the first time I did it on purpose to upset them. I called my shot to my friend. I said I was going to do it. And I used my words to get myself out of it. And then at the very end of the meeting, the boss stands up and says, I just want to give a special shout out to Pete Van Dyke here for really showing our corporate values and how they can be used.
All I heard was the end, eh?
Yeah, and then I was just like, I still got to say what I wanted. It's just like I had to give them their shit at the end to clean it up. But you could still I realized then, I was like, oh, this is just a game. It's just a game. It's nothing's real. Like it's just everyone's just like doing the things, and then as long as the things are being done, they feel like they're doing their job.
Yeah, man, you made everybody feel safe at the end.
Yeah, I changed nothing.
No,
that they don't in those things. Oh man, I'm so stupid. I forgot again. My brain just goes blank. It's like it goes. This is why I had to take the summer off, because my brain stops working. So it gets so far and then just wipes, like a hard drive wipes. Mm-hmm. In the middle of a sentence, it'll just wipe right out.
Might need a defrag.
Yeah, but it's probably stupid. It's probably useless what I was saying. But it is a game, though. The whole thing is a game. If you take it seriously, I'm going to be against you.
Yeah.
At your job.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to support you if you have a job.
Yeah.
And if you come in here talking about your job stuff and you're like rah your job.
Yeah.
And I don't even know your job.
Yeah, it's probably not.
It could be the greatest job in the world.
Maybe.
But I would still be like, that's dumb.
Yeah, you're like, oh, give a fuck. Tell me about you.
Yeah. Work should never define you.
No. But everybody always asks right away, what do you do?
Yeah, right?
And you know who didn't ask that question right away? Badunkafunk.
Never asked you what you did?
Nope.
Doesn't care.
Nope.
Doesn't even care about you at all.
No, that's all right too.
That's all right? Yeah.
He's like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Never once. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. I don't see what it has to do with anything.
No.
I never ask a person what they do.
I'll just make something up anyways.
Yeah.
Astrophysicist.
Yeah. International assassin.
Oof.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's a good one.
Could be true.
Yeah. I would believe it more. Oh, no. I would believe Kevin could do it. He's got coldness behind his eyes, eh? He's got coldness. Do you see that?
I see warmth. Warm guy.
Oh, damn it.
I'm a sweaty guy.
Yeah,
that's true.
Body heat, yeah. Kevin, yeah, I could see you coldly killing somebody, though, and feeling nothing on the inside.
This depends.
There is something about you that doesn't seem to show emotion. Like I would say my emotion's on my sleeve. You can see it, right? But yours, it's deep inside you.
Cards are right close to the chest.
Yeah, I don't know what you're feeling or thinking. You're like my wife, eh? She doesn't give me. Well, I know tears are bad, but
some tears.
But I don't understand. Even sometimes she's happy and tears come out.
Oh yeah, see,
yeah,
you don't know.
You're watching a Pixar movie or something.
Yeah, right. Or even just like she's like listens to or it's like she watches that
Harlequin romance stuff.
No, she watches like America's Got Talent or one of those like just the lowest common denominator television shows where they like set you up with this heartwarming like story of adversity, and then at the end it's like nobody, like everyone's American television, everyone's got to have a terrible thing that happened to them so that you can want to hear them sing a song. But it's like if the kid went to Juilliard or whatever
and just worked his ass
off, studied music, became like just gave all of his passion and effort and just dedicated and was supported by a loving family,
privileged,
and no tragedies ever befell that person.
Boring.
Yeah. You have no business on this show.
They like I had a terrible toe fungus one time, and I was unable to practice singing. God's like
a person can barely keep in tune, but like they're like your fiance was like murdered by like a hate crime or something. That one is gold, man. That one's going all the way to the top. Oh man, if it was like your gay husband or gay fiance, soon to be husband was murdered in a hate crime right before your audition, you're gonna go right to Vegas, man. You go right to Vegas, even if you screw the song up completely because your story's so good.
Yeah, right? Golden buzzer.
Even the Olympics. You watch the Olympics, the Canadian Olympics just fucking show the sports. But the American Olympics tells you every time when a relative died. Like they'll have every athlete and all their relatives that died.
just like the
and when
4 with the line through it.
Yeah. This guy had like a brother, a cousin, and an aunt die.
In a bass fishing accident.
That guy, you're gonna wish he wins at least bronze.
Yeah.
Skeet
shooter.
Is that an Olympic sport?
I don't know. Decathlon. Well, why don't we get to shoot guns?
Yeah, and you ski.
Oh, biathlon.
Oh, yeah, biathlon.
2 sports, biathlon, which is like 2 that don't really. When do you ski and shoot things?
I don't know.
No.
Because anything you want to shoot, you got to creep up on. And cross-country skis probably aren't the quietest.
Do you think the swishing is going to scare the animals off?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're a little bit.
All that swishing. Yeah. You ever cross-country ski?
In corduroy pants.
Oh, man. Yeah. You cross-country ski in corduroy pants, there's no fucking chance you're going to get anywhere near.
You're starving that night.
Yeah, you're going to starve.
Yeah. Drop your drawers.
Were we in the middle of feedback?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. But we're at the end.
Yeah.
That was it.
You did your plugs.
I did plugs. I have other people that wrote in, but basically that show's good. Those guys are coming back.
Yeah.
To do an episode next week. Actually,
that's good.
Val and Joe.
Yeah.
And we also have an upcoming episode with Hunter Collins, all the way from Germany.
Oh.
Interviewed a person from Germany.
I like the name.
Yeah. What?
I like his name.
Hunter Collins.
Yeah.
You like his name?
I do.
Oh, that's a nice name. He's got a nice name.
Yeah, Hunter.
He's also got a new album out, which I'll promote on that show, but I might as well promote it now. Hunter Collins Goes to Hell. And I'll tell you right now, it's one of my favorite albums I've listened to in recent years.
Comedy
albums, yeah. It's a comedy album, and it makes me feel like I'm in the club when I listen to it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and that's what I really like about it. So that's why I recommend it. I don't often recommend it. I'll promote my friends' albums, and I like the albums, and they're good jokes on the albums. But I heard them a zillion times, and I'm not, and like I can't really look at it objectively. But like this guy, I like his stuff, and it makes me laugh. It reminded me a little bit. The feel of it being in the club reminded me of Skanks for the Memories. You know Skanks for the Memories?
Yeah, I do.
You know Skanks for the Memories?
No.
It's Dave Attell. It's my
David
favorite comedy album of all time. It's from like '95. It's just a club album. Audio only, and it's just fucking great. It holds up. Yeah. Some of it's like I guess dated in language what they use in comedy nowadays, but the jokes are great.
Yeah,
the jokes are great all the way through. And I play it for my kids, and my kids are like tough on comedy, like because they're like of the newer like PC stuff, and he's not that, and they liked it because the jokes are good.
Yeah, funny's funny,
and that's what always wins, right?
Yep.
If the jokes are good enough, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you don't like the subject matter, or if it's too risque. If the joke's good,
yep,
you're gonna have to laugh.
That's why we still laugh at Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
they're funny jokes.
Yeah, but if a guy tells a Mitch Hedberg joke,
who's not Mitch Hedberg,
it doesn't sound like a joke.
Yeah.
Like if I just say, someone asked me if I wanted a frozen banana, and I said no, but I want a regular banana later, so yes. Yeah. That's not funny.
It's his delivery.
It's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. Well, I mean, that's not a great joke to. I used to lie in a twin-sized bed and wonder where my brother was.
Yeah.
If you say without the inflection, but his rhythm though is what sold it, eh?
Yep.
That's what I mean. Like it.
Rice is amazing if you want to eat 1,000 of something.
1,000 is something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hated himself too, and so does all the good comics hate themselves.
Yeah.
All the good musicians probably hate themselves too, right? Everybody who's talented has to be critical of themselves.
Totally.
Yeah.
If you're happy with your progress, then you're not gonna progress, right? You're not gonna get anywhere.
You have to be like constantly self-analyzing.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
And self-analyzing is a slippery slope in self-hate.
Sure.
Yes. Yes. It's a trap. I spent years and so much time with the therapist to try to get over that. And I'm at the point now where I can edit my own stuff, but it was brutal, man, just to sit there and have to look at yourself trying things and like sometimes not succeeding. Like, oh, you have to relive a failure over again and again.
Yeah, comedy it's tough, man.
But the day Badunkafunk thinks he's the best version of Badunkafunk, you might as well stop.
Then
right?
yeah, that's when he plays.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And it's over.
You just play the greatest hits album and do the casino.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Oh man, if I was at that level, I would be so content.
I know, eh? I know. I was like
I don't even care. I know the songs.
Yeah.
Don't even need to rehearse. You just show up and play and go home.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister and my uncle Len went to go see Survivor. You know Survivor?
Like the show?
No.
Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger.
Okay.
The band Survivor. They sing Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
They have another song, but
I don't believe
it would be hard pressed for me to think of it. And they opened and closed with Eye of the Tiger. Okay.
Pick him up and leave him happy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They went to go see him at Lulu's. They open with Eye of the Tiger, and then at the end they're going, "Oh my God, they're playing it again," you know, and they're ending the show with it. And the crowd left happy because that's all they came to see.
Yeah, Eye of the Tiger, man.
Yeah, they didn't.
Wow, you guys have other songs. I would have been happy with 90 minutes of
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Just Eye of the Tiger over and over again.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. But I'd love to. You imagine if Jimi Hendrix was alive right now, and he'd probably be playing like Casino Rama, you know? Like if he just would have like plugged along, and like the marketing would have given up on him.
Oh yeah. And
he would have just been like, "Come on, man, let me just play my songs, man. I'm really good."
Yeah.
I mean, that's a crazy situation. Like drug addiction is involved, right?
Yeah.
Like Jimi Hendrix was like huge heroin. Like he was a heroin user.
Yeah. But so was Ray Charles.
Yeah, like all these people are. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. And they did it, and how they could accomplish that much and do heroin is amazing.
It's nuts.
Think they could do it without it?
We will never know. I
guess.
I
wonder.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's like comics.
Like, do the drugs give them powers? Like
exactly, right? Like there's a lot of comedians that are like, they're like drug or alcohol problems, and then they think that is what gives them their funny, and if they quit, they're not going to be funny or whatever. And
probably funny.
Every time they do quit, they're better, they're funnier, and
totally. In my experience,
more
like
professional.
Doing it, like keeping it professional, and like have your beers or whatever, even beers, like even alcohol can be.
Oh yeah.
a hindrance. Like just keeping it to after the show. It's always better.
Yeah. I've never seen a guy who I think, man, that guy's great drunk. Like I wish they were drunk, or I wish they were like stoned or something. Like I've always been like, I can't believe he's doing that drunk, and he's still getting away with it. That's more what I'm impressed with. Like I know a comedian, and he was so drunk one time when I'm doing a show with him, like he can't talk. Like I'm trying to talk to him in the green room, and he is like slurring, and he is like not even like making any sense. And then they call his name to go on stage, and he goes out there and fucking crushes.
Wow.
And you don't know he's drunk. And then he comes back off stage, and he's a puddle, man. He is just like nothing there. It's like it must be an adrenaline pump or something he gets. But I watched with my own two eyes. I watched like an incoherent person, then a guy who's I couldn't even tell, and then he went backstage and he was fucking garbage again.
Slobber,
it was amazing. I actually, it's so amazing. I'd love to just tell his name so that people can know who it is, because it's a real talent. But I don't want people to think he's not a professional guy. That's why I won't tell him. But
after the show,
I'll tell you after the show. Yeah. He's fucking funny too. He's one of the funniest comics I've seen. But he should stop drinking, man, because he's so good.
Like, is that consistent?
That he's that drunk?
That he's that drunk and doing that well.
Yeah, he does.
Really?
He just doesn't bomb. I've never seen him bomb. And he legendarily gets this wasted. But he's so funny. And I just don't know if it's just the jokes. He knows them so well, and you can put it together. Because like Don Rickles was like that too. He was late in life. He was like could barely walk, and he was all hunched over and slow moving. And then he would go on stage, and he'd kind of like he'd go back in time 15 years. It's just amazing how. I think it's an adrenaline pump you get when you're on stage.
Yeah.
That just gives you that little bit of whatever, it's showtime. You can put it together for the time you're up there, and then you just fall apart again. I don't know. But I've seen it even with myself, like where you have a high like you feel like shit, or you're crap, but you have this gig and you just feel like crap, and then you go on stage and you actually do really good.
Totally. You don't even want to go.
Yeah, you don't want to go anything, and you're like, I have nothing to give these people, and then you go on stage and you just feel totally different.
Yeah.
Forget that you were even feeling like crap, and then come off stage and right away it hits you again, like, oh God.
I mean, love from strangers does fill a black hole in my heart for sure.
Yeah, that is true.
As pathetic as that sounds.
Oh, it's so pathetic. Yeah. It's so pathetic.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah. Oh, I know. The gall of the whole performing thing is it's just so audacious.
Yeah.
You think you alone on stage require everyone's attention, you know?
Yeah.
But then you get it.
Yeah, I know. Then you do get it, which is fucking cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Imagine what it's like when people like come to pay just to see you.
Yeah,
that feeling must be like when you fill inevitably when you fill like Madison Square Garden, the both of you.
Yeah, inevitably.
That's gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I when I have a table, come to one of my shows now, and they came to see me, and I'm on a show with other comics, but there's like that table in the back. They came to see me because of the podcast or whatever. I tell the booker that every fucking time because I'm so proud. Yeah. Because I've worked for almost 9 years now at doing this show. And when one table comes out to one of my shows because they know me from the podcast, I'm like so fucking happy, like thrilled that they actually made that effort,
Yeah.
It's great. That's what's so cool about the show. And that's why I can never give it up because it's awesome, man. I've met people from all over the world that I really consider friends. And I got to do so many cool things with my listeners and stuff. Like people have been generous and kind and they're all people that I would not have even I wouldn't got to know or I wouldn't got to reconnect with unless the show existed, right? So if like you're a great example. I don't know if we would have a relationship if it wasn't for the show.
Yeah.
We probably would have lost touch. And so like it's been cool, man. I like rekindled old like people that like know you from Facebook or whatever, but you don't know them.
You don't really know them, yeah.
And then they listen to like hours of you talking like this,
They think they know you.
and then they think they know you again, and they'll just call you because they think they know you, and then you don't know them because you haven't listened to their podcast, and then but you end up rekindling, like, and it's happened like countless times. It's been really cool. So
That's awesome.
That's like money or sponsorship or even I'd love to fill a room, that'd be great of these type of people, but just the fact that I have even one is super cool because it's not like there's so much shit out there. What's the chance of them finding yours and liking what you're doing and stuff like that? It's like it's always cool. And I love the fact that like you don't have to be constantly funny on this show.
No, you can just talk.
Yeah, and then if I wanted to say like something serious or something like that I just think is true or something like that, like or something that bugs me, I can do it here and I'm not without the pressure of being funny. And then if I was to like stumble on something that is funny, then I can just make it into a real joke. And so that helps me with writing too. But anyway, I don't have much else.
Yeah, you've done an hour.
How far are we in? An hour?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're kind of wrapping it up for this week, and then
great audition though.
So next week is Hunter Collins, and then Joe and Val are the week after that. So we do have good shows coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We have musical guests coming into audition. I believe Friendship on a Stick will be coming in.
Friendship on a Stick.
Friendship on a Stick. And early reports is Friendship on a Stick, quite entertaining.
Wow.
But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. And we have a few other pieces of competition lined up for you, Badunkafunk.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right off the hop here, and this is the honest, I'll give you a full critique. Okay? Number one, your performance, fantastic.
Yep.
Flawless, if you will. I would say nothing but short of brilliant, right? You got everything you need. What you've done is you set the bar high, kid. Yeah, you've set the bar high.
Can I do another song?
You want to do another song to close us out, man?
Yeah.
If you can do that, you might just
seal the deal.
Sealing this whole deal. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great fuck me, man. My brain is so shit. Thank you for coming back. Yeah. If you've stuck around to the end of my babbling,
what a bonus.
You are in for a bonus Geronis like no one's ever seen before. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that any Friendship on a Stick or anyone else is in for a real tough time trying to compete with this man. Thank you so much for coming in. Once again, Badunkafunk.
Same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Got got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Hey, yeah, well, I shimmy to the left, I shimmy to the right. It kinda looks like I'm trying to start a fight with myself. When I dance at my leisure, it looks like I'm having a seizure, like there's peanut butter stuck in my mouth. Oh, well, you know this shit's outdated, but these moves are long awaited. I know you want them bad, but when the realization hits, it's too late for me to quit. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Yeah, yeah. The same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Hey, yeah, yeah. Well, I shimmy to the left, I shimmy to the right. I keep it airtight, Napoleon Dynamite. Dance moves from another planet. I know you can't stand it. You know these moves are out of sight. Well, I do the locomotion. I drank the love potion. You can tell from across the room that I'm white. Yeah, yeah. The same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. I've got the same dance moves as my dad. Yeah. Thank you.
CUNT. See you next Thursday.
Baby.